Good afternoon. So today is July the 9th, 2016, and I've got a new toy. So it's a little dreary outside today, and I didn't really want to go out because it's one of those days where you're driving and you have your windshield wipers on. It's not exactly raining, but you need the windshield wipers because it's so wet. It's not the best weather for the drone or for the camera. So instead, I've been wanting to get this for a little while now. Being from Houston and visiting Boston, I don't really know the area. So I went to Best Buy where they didn't have this camera. I was really bummed out about it, but that's okay because I met a guy who works there named Steve. Steve, you're awesome, dude. You are awesome. Thanks for everything, man. But apparently there was an earthquake and destroyed the production for Nikon, Sony, anyways. I don't know all the backstories, so I don't want to tell you something that's not true. Anyhow, so Steve went ahead and made some phone calls for me, not necessarily to the other Best Buy stores, but to other local camera stores, which is awesome because I prefer to keep it local anyways, especially when you're shopping for camera gear. It's a great community. So he calls Newtonville Camera Store. Awesome people, by the way, who happen to have this one right here. So they held on to it for me. I went over there and picked it up. So as opposed to going out and having an adventure today, we're going to unbox this. We're going to find out what's inside. Tonight I'm going to go over all the new settings, learn how to jump into the Sony interface. I'm not really familiar with it, never really had a Sony before. So I figure I'll learn how to do that. And then tomorrow we will take it out and have a good day. So maybe a little bit of background on this camera would be justified in this case. I love my Nikon, don't get me wrong. It's a DSLR D7100. If you use it, you know what it's like, right? Or if you use any DSLR, you know how cumbersome they can be at times, especially when you're cruising around having a great day. It's difficult to pull out and lug around. That's okay. First world problems, right? It's not difficult, it's not hard, but it can always be more convenient. I have the GoPro. The GoPro, it does a good job, but the audio's not great. I don't have manual functions that I can play around with. The certain manual settings that are there, they're not easily accessible. So I started looking around, and I've had my eye on this one for a little while. So this is the Sony RX100 Mark IV. The benefit to this camera here is it has full 1080. It can record in 4K. With its still photographic pictures, it's got a 20.1 megapixel sensor. Wow, that's amazing. We've got the Zeiss Vario sonar 24 to 70 millimeter, which goes from 1.8 to 2.8 f-stop apertures. It's got up to 40 times slow-mo. Wow, that's amazing. Of course, you're going to need to be able to add extra light onto whatever it is that you're shooting if you're going to be shooting that many frames per second. Fortunately, in most cases, with something that's going to be super slow-mo like that, you can either, add your own light. If you're shooting outside, generally, you'll be okay. The shutter speed goes up to 1/32,000th of a second. Oh my God, 1/32,000th of a second? That is so fast. So, needless to say, you've got the shutter speed to capture just about anything that you're going to want with this gem right here. It's got a 125 to 12,800 ISO. So you're fully capable of shooting in pretty low light. Now, of course, the higher the ISO, the more grainy your image is going to be, so you wouldn't want to go that high unless you absolutely have to. But it's there if you need it, which is kind of nice. It's got Wi-Fi capability, so if you want to shoot a picture and then send it to your phone and post it to Instagram so it looks like you shot it from your phone and cheat a little bit, you can. I don't do that, but okay. I'm probably going to do that a little bit, right? Because what's the point in having it? It's going to be awesome. A lot of people talk about Canon like they're just the bee's knees, right? Canon is a fantastic camera. Don't get me wrong, I'm not hating. But some of the competition to this camera is manufactured by Canon. Canon actually let it slip, which was a total PR accident if you ask me. The sensor inside the Canon point and shoots is made by no other than Sony. So if you like the Canon, more power to you, man. Not gonna hate, great camera, but this is the one that makes it happen. So without further ado, let's jump into it. I I literally haven't opened this thing at all yet. I have no idea what's inside. I'm fighting the urge right now just to rip the box up, but, you know, don't want to do that. Every camera box has so many of just stuff like this in it, but warranty, recording 4K movies with this product. Yeah, I'm going to be doing that. Okay, just instructions, Wi-Fi instructions. I don't know what that says. Goya de conexión, Wi-Fi un solo toque. Guide de conexión, Wi-Fi para simple contact. Go ahead and save that one too, I guess. More instructions, capture one, express phase one, you know, just the typical camera stuff. Another one. Oh, here we go. What have we got here? Okay. Of course, we've got the wall charger. Everybody's gonna need one of those. We got the cord. Looks like it's gonna be a mini USB. Anyway, wrist straps. Love wrist straps. Like bandanas more, but these things are going to come in handy. One of the features that this camera has is, of course, the panoramic shots. I was playing around with it. It's incredible. It really is. It stitches all the pictures together, so it looks just seamless. It's so cool, man. I'm really excited to play with that. Needless to say, this is going to come in handy if I got this thing hanging out over like a cliff or something, and I'm, you know, doing whatever. And you don't want to drop it. It'd be an expensive mistake. What we got now? Battery. All right. I've heard that the battery isn't great on this camera. Probably because you're going to be shooting in such high frame rates. Going to be drawing more power. So that's fine. You know, if I need to get a second battery, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But for the time being, I'll report back. And now, fun part. We've got the actual camera body. It's heavy. Whew. That is a beautiful thing. You know, there's just something about getting new cameras. Man, I love it. You know, if you're at all like me, kind of a tech nerd or a camera nerd, like this is just one of the most exciting things that can happen to you at any point. I mean, I'm just so excited right now. So that's what we got. Got the flip out, you know, LCD, of course. It actually comes out like that, so you can kind of manipulate it and put the camera where you need it and still be able to see what it is you're looking at. Got the viewfinder that is more than just a, you know, a look through. So as you adjust the f-stop, the shutter speed, the ISO, you actually see what it is that you're going to be creating, which is amazing. Got your functions up here: priority, aperture, shutter, manual, manual video. We got the panoramic. I'm not sure what HFR is yet. I'll find out. I'm guessing maybe higher frame rate, high frame rate. Sometimes you actually think I know what I'm talking about. We've got the wheel here, which you can set up to be whatever you want. But wow, just really sleek design, really, really pretty. I'm really excited about this. So I'm going to jump into the manual, see what it is I can find out so that we can take this puppy out tomorrow and have an awesome day. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy.